All right, guys, we are back with another video. Me again, Mr. Meg. Look at this eye. Anyway, we got a cool little tech video. Low key, I'm interested in the meta glasses. You gotta stay with the times. We got the goat, Marquise Brownie. I don't know. I'm not. He used to go to tech on YouTube. You see the subscribers. I'm trying to get like that one day, of course. But apparently the meta glasses has like some crazy stuff going on. So let's check it out.
All right, so I'm in the middle of reviewing these new iPhones, which are pretty interesting, but they're new iPhones, so they're iterative. And then Meta, of course, decides to also have an event because it's Techtember and things just don't stop. So I put that down for a second. I fly back out to California, and what Meta has to show me is actually shockingly advanced. Because just 10 months ago, I saw this. I made a whole video about it. These are Meta's Orion AR glasses prototypes, which were super cool and overlaid software onto the world around you. But they could never sell these things because the materials alone cost like 10 grand and they're a bit too cumbersome, and they have a whole separate stick with a computer in it that's nearby, and they overheat and the battery lasts like an hour. It was a cool proof of concept of a bleeding edge technology, but not a real product. Now here we are 10 months later, and they're handing me a finished product with a price tag and a release date. And it's these, the Meta Ray-Ban Display. Clever name, I know, but it's essentially an updated version of the Meta Ray-Bans, and it's massively better than the Orion prototype. Now, the main difference with these is these are a monocular display, meaning it's only showing up in one eye, the right eye, and it's fixed slightly lower and to the right of the middle of your vision, but it's still full color, plenty sharp, 42 pixels per degree to be exact, and more than bright enough to be seen outdoors. I tried these things outdoors, gets up to 5,000 nits. So it's like a real life little HUD in the corner of your vision that you can turn on or off at any time. And you still control everything through a neural band on your wrist that uses surface EMG technology to read the electrical impulses going through your arm as you make different gestures that you pretty quickly memorize and can draw discreetly and quietly with pretty good accuracy. You can scroll up, scroll down, select, you can go forward and backward, and even turn up and down volume by pinching in the air. And
What y'all think, man? What y'all think? It's a scary sight, or y'all down with it? I don't know.
and twisting slowly. And as I'm getting to try these, I just keep thinking the rate of improvement is kind of insane. For example, the light leak, you might remember from Orion, was very evident. Like, you could see clearly when someone was looking at something when they were activated with the Orion glasses. Now, when I pull something up on the display in these, it's basically invisible to the outside world. The light leak is nearly completely gone. Now, of course, this is a much smaller field of view, but it's pretty impressive that from most angles, there is virtually no way to see that I'm looking at something on the screen in these glasses. Even with the perfect angles when the light hits just right, all you can really tell is that these glasses do have a waveguide in them, and I seem to be looking off to the side a little bit and not directly at you. And that's it. And for the neural band, the controls have gotten even more refined and precise. So back when I tried it 10 months ago, it was pretty good, but the idea of doing text input by just drawing letters in midair with your hand was just an idea. Now, it's an actual feature, and it's maybe the most reliable, quickest method of text input that I've tried with these. It's absolutely insane. I was writing whole sentences, first try, quickly, with no errors. It was nuts. There's also no separate computer puck necessary for these, like there was with the prototype. Everything is self-contained in the glasses, which are admittedly definitely kind of thick, a little less crazy than the Orions, but you can still tell there's some stuff going on with these if I walk by wearing them.
Yeah.
And they weigh 69 grams. Nice. So just as a non-glasses wearer, they are a little bit heavy. Like, they're just heavy enough to not forget that I'm wearing them, but they're not super cumbersome, in my opinion. And of course, you cannot underestimate how much aesthetics matter if you're gonna be wearing this computer on your face. Like, there needs to be some element of fashion. And I think they look better in person than they do on camera. And there's also two colors, either black or sand. And they actually come with a matching colored neural band, black or sand.
What y'all rocking with? I kind of low-key, I feel like I wear a lot of black because I'm opium. YVO for L, but the sand kind of do something to me. I don't know. I kind of like the sand. It's a little different. Skin tone. I don't know about white boys, but my skin tone, I feel like it'll blend in.
And as well. Oh, and the charging case. The charging case is also pure genius. It can either hold the glasses inside, or you take them out and it folds down flat in like 2 seconds and still has enough room for 4 more charges of battery. This did not get enough attention for how awesome it was because it came in the middle of a keynote that was kind of an absolute disaster in so many other ways, but I'm impressed with the charging case. Now, here's the thing. These Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses have been out for like 4 years now, and they have been a hit, actually. They let you talk to Meta's AI and send messages with your voice and listen to music. But I'm fairly confident that the number one use of these by far is to use the built-in cameras to record POV videos. So the real question you might be asking is, all right, Marquez, what does adding a display into the glasses actually get you? And I was thinking the same thing. I'm glad you asked, because I have the answers now. So number one, first and foremost, you can obviously see the UI of the glasses instead of just relying entirely on voice commands. So if you want to do something in the UI with the gestures and never speak a word out loud, that's advantage number one to having a screen. Number two is you can actually see the viewfinder of the camera now, so you can be very sure of exactly what you're capturing, and you can review pictures and videos after you've taken them. That's also pretty useful. Number three, messaging and even video calls on your glasses are pretty sick. So if you're in a video call, you can see the person you're talking to, and the person on the other end just sees a feed from your forward-facing camera, just straight POV. Then number four, maps, which I think are pretty killer. I've talked about this with Google Glass. If you go to navigate somewhere, you can open up the maps and then get turn-by-turn directions and a rotating map that tracks with your head to match the direction you're facing, which to someone like me with a terrible sense of direction is so clutch. And then number five is subtitling basically anything you want in the real world. It uses the beamforming microphones to specifically listen to whatever's in front of you and then put that live text on the HUD of exactly what they're saying. And it works pretty quickly. And if that speech is in another language, it should be able to live translate everything for you to understand what they're saying. Again,
Itadakimasu. Por favor, danke. All that is going to live translate German, Japanese. Kamsahamnida. That's cold. That's cold. For the people, a lot of my homies travel. They might have to get up on that dead homies.
So clutch. And this is all being wrapped into a real product that you can buy this year with a real price tag that is $800. Which, yeah, it's expensive. It's the price of a whole phone. But it's actually a little bit less expensive than I maybe would have guessed before actually hearing that. I wouldn't be surprised if Meta's actually losing money on the hardware here in an effort to just get them out and get them into people's hands. But that also conveniently brings us to maybe the biggest downside of this particular product, which is that it is Meta. And that's not a disaster. I mean, obviously people already like the Meta Ray-Bans already.
You said $800? Shh. Right now that's expensive. Hey, if y'all like, subscribe, and comment, though, one day it won't be. If y'all hit me down low and be like, yo, what's your cash app? If y'all want to try the glasses, send me $800. I'll try them out for y'all.
But it also does mean you still will have the privacy questions of exactly what data is being collected and what they do with it. And then the other thing, I don't know if you noticed, but every app that you use on these glasses is strictly first-party stuff. Like messaging with your friends, that's WhatsApp. Video calls on the glasses, that's also WhatsApp. That's not Google Maps. It's their own mapping service, which I can guarantee won't have the best real-time traffic info or ratings like Google Maps has. And they'll even let you scroll through Instagram Reels because Meta owns Instagram. The only exception I saw to this rule was the music playback was done through a partnership with Spotify. But as of right now, or at launch, there is no app store for these. It's coming, allegedly, but not yet. But overall, though, I just can't help but be super impressed with how quickly they have been moving forward with this. Like I said, less than a year ago was that crazy prototype with the separate computer and the $10,000 bill of sale. And now here we are. It's moving so quickly. And I know we're expecting other entries into the smart glasses space probably within the next couple months, I think from Samsung and from Google and maybe some others. But as of right now, these are the best smart glasses with a screen that I've tried, hands down. And the sad thing is you wouldn't really get that from the presentation at all. The keynote was so brutal, mainly because so many of the live demos that they tried went about as poorly as they possibly could have. I mean, I watched it live. If you get to watch that back, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's unfortunate because the product is so cool, and I gotta give them props for trying to do real demos instead of faking everything, I guess. But yeah, this isn't gonna be convincing anyone.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate a pear to add to the sauce.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate the pear.
Jesus. Oh, secondhand embarrassment, man.
And gently combine it with the base sauce.
Alright, I think the Wi-Fi might be messed up.
Yeah.
Pause WhatsApp video call.
There we go. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what happened there. That's too bad. I don't know what happened.
Sorry, I had to recover from just...
The irony of the whole thing is that you spend years making technology, and then the Wi-Fi at the day kind of catches you.
So,
yeah, buddy.
There's a distinct lack of good videos of people using this tech in these headsets right now. But I'm predicting that when these actually do come out in a few weeks, that we're going to see a pretty significant wave of all this new content of the cool stuff people get to do with this, from the live captioning to the maps to the AI stuff that it's capable of all at once. People are just going to start flooding the internet with content about it. But yeah, seeing how fast these improved really actually, for the first time in a while, got me thinking about if it could bring us closer to a post-smartphone world, which is obviously still super far away. These still need a smartphone to connect to work. But imagine a world where you're walking around on a scenic hike and you see a cool scene, and instead of taking your phone out and putting a computer between you and the scene, you just, snap the picture on your glasses and just appreciate it. Seems nice, right? Then again, would you rather be talking to someone and see them check their phone or their smartwatch real quick, and it's kind of rude, but then they're over it? Or you're talking to someone who's maybe wearing some glasses like this, and every once in a while they just kind of glance down and to the right a little bit while they're talking to you, and it's subtle, but you don't know if they're actually paying attention to you or not. Something to think about. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you very soon in the next one. Peace.
Ooh, boy, it's getting spooky. It's getting spooky, guys. It's getting spooky. Let me know down below. Well, first, you already know what I'm saying. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the goats. The Ja goats. Become a goat. But yeah, that's mine now. I said it first. This is the goats. You the goats. But yeah, well, y'all gonna buy that? If y'all had the money though. I'm definitely, I don't know, man. We'll see. But I'm gonna do a smash the like button and see you guys in the next video.